Hey guys, this will be a quick one. I just want to show you how to create objects programmatically in A-frame using a for loop. So we're going to go to A-frame's introduction. We're going to remix the example on glitch. So let's go to view source and remix to edit. So you can see in the normal A-frame scene, you're going to have this stuff. And yeah, we could create other objects like this. So let's say you wanted another box. You could create another box. And you could even move those boxes around to have maybe them at different positions like this. But what I want to show you today is a way to do this just using JavaScript in a for loop. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's get rid of this extra stuff, keep that. And what we're going to do is at the bottom, beneath a scene, before body ends, we're going to put a script tag. And the first thing we're going to do in here is define the scene. So const scene equals document.query selector, and we're going to do a scene. And I'll show you why in a minute while we're doing that. The second thing we're going to do is create a for loop. So for, we do let I equals 0, I is less than, then you set some number. We can do 10 boxes. I is less than 10, I plus plus. So that means that this for loop is going to run 10 times. So then within this for loop, what we want to do is do a let new box, and actually let's call this a blue box. Let blue box equal document dot create element, and that element we're creating is going to have the name a box. So now what we've done is we've created this thing here with this. The second thing we want to do is change its color. So what we're going to do is blue box dot set attribute, and then the attribute we're going to change its color. And what we're going to set that to is hashtag 4cc3d9. Okay, and so now we're going to have a blue box, a box with that color. And the next thing we need to do is scene.append child, because right now it wouldn't be in the scene without this. We're going to append it. We're going to append the blue box to the scene. Now the problem with this is we're going to create 10 blue boxes, but they're all going to be in the same position. So the next thing we need to do is set the position attribute. So set attribute, we're going to set the position. And the way you can set the position is with this schema. So x equals some value, y equals some value, z is some value. And instead of doing a set value like here in the color, we're going to actually increment this based on the I value. So the first time it goes through, x will be 1, then 2, then 3. Let's do y as well, but let's make this y, let's make it so the x is increasing quickly, but the y is increasing a little more slowly. So I divided by 2, perhaps. Let's see how that looks. So you can see we have a staircase going. There's other cool things you can do with this. For instance, let's make the color, let's set it as an RGB, perhaps. I think we'll have to use the template tags for this. Possibly not. I'm going to keep it simple. We're going to use these quote tags. And then within here, we're going to quote it. We're going to do 2 pluses. And this is where we're going to set the values. So I R red, so 0. Okay, plus comma plus G green 0 plus comma plus blue, and we're gonna have this value is maybe 255 divided by I, and so you can see the blue should be diminishing through every cycle, or at least something weird will happen. But you sort of get the point that basically with a for loop here, you can do all sorts of things to programmatically create objects in A-frame that you otherwise would have to monotonously go through. One last thing I want to show you before we're done is that when you do this, you have all these boxes. Let's say you create this thing and you want to move it around. Well, you certainly don't want to move it box by box. And so what you can do is you do a const and you do box holder or something like that equals document dot create element, and then we're going to call this a entity, and we're going to give it a class name, so box holder dot class list dot add, and we can call this box just box holder. And so that way we'll be able to query it if we ever need to later. And the thing we need to do is we want to append the blue box to the box holder. Before we do that, before the for loop, we want to do scene.appendChild, and we want to put the box holder in it so that these blue boxes are being added to something already in the scene. So now you can see it looks the same, but our lives are a lot easier now because we just have a single box holder element here. We can move that around. So thanks for watching. I'll be leaving the link to this glitch page in the description, and if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks.